What is up, you guys? Pete DiCarlo here, and today we're going to go over selling covered calls, the pros, the cons, how exactly to do it on the Robinhood platform and the TD Ameritrade platform, and why I believe really it's the best trading strategy that there is out there. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, it really helps us grow, and let's get into it. So before you watch this video, I do highly recommend, or even after, to go back and watch the past couple videos we put out on selling puts, because it's sort of the same thing. There is a lot different consequences on if you're wrong. We'll get into that later on, but it's kind of the same idea. What not a lot of people understand is you can actually sell options. You don't just have to be on the buying side of options, and that's really what makes options trading so risky, is being the buyer. And you're going to see once we break down doing this and the strategy that there's really not a lot of risk, which is amazing. Of course, there is going to be some downsides to this. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of good videos we've done on credit spreads, debit spreads, selling puts, and now selling calls. So let's get started, guys. You'll see I'm bringing up image number 1 right here. Our example is going to be on a stock that is worth $100 a share. Now, before we actually get into this, this is a strategy that you would use if you had a really long-term bright outlook on a company. So let's just say you really like the company Boeing, and you've been holding shares for a couple of years. You plan to hold shares for at least another 3, 4, 5 years, and you just want to make a little bit of short-term money in the interim. That's what this strategy would be for somebody like that. So let's take this example first. We have a stock. The stock is worth $100 per share. We already own 100 shares, which means we have $10,000 worth of this stock. We already own 100 shares. Let's say that we kind of want to get compensated while we're holding these shares. We don't really want to go ahead and sell the shares and take some money out now, but we would like to be making and closing some gains within the meantime. What we can do is sell a covered call for $190 premium for 1 month out with a strike of $110. Now, if that sounded like a different language, hearing about premiums and 1 month expirations and strikes, I made a video. Just type in Peter DiCarlo options on literally the basics of options. So if you don't understand any of this, you have to actually go back and watch that first, because none of this will make sense. But if this does make sense to you, we owned 100 shares already. We sold a covered call. Covered means that we already own the shares. So we sold a covered call for $190 premium for 1 month out with a strike of $110. Now you can see the little terrible graph I drew below. We start the beginning of the month at $100 a share. It goes down a little bit, goes up a little bit, goes down a little bit, goes up a little bit, and then ultimately sells off. Now, because the stock closed below $110, which was the strike for the option that we wrote, we get to keep the $190 premium. Because essentially, when you're selling an option, specifically selling a call, you actually want the stock short term to go down. So if I sold a $110 call, I hope the stock closes below $110 by expiration. And if it does, I keep all of my money. It's the complete opposite. If somebody was buying a call from me, they better hope that it's above $110 by expiration. So if that confuses you, go back, watch the options basic video, or comment down below, and maybe I can do well, actually, I'm for sure going to be doing a video next week on why you would buy a call or sell a call. But in this case, if the stock expired below $110, you keep the premium. So the premium was $190. So in this case, it closes below 110. We keep the $190 premium. The person who bought the call from us loses all their money, and we get it, which is the $190 premium. And on top of that, we keep our shares. Now, short term, the shares are down, because if we bought them at $100, even though we kept the $190 premium, the shares at this point are down to like $85. So short term, we're down about 15% or $15 per share. Now, the other way that this could end up is the same thing, $100 per share. We own 100 shares, or $10,000. Now, let's say that we actually did the same thing. We sold a covered call. We collected the $190 premium, and we did a 1 month out expiration with a strike of $110. But instead, this time it started at 100, it went up, it went down, it went up, it went down, and then halfway through the month, it just skyrocketed. We actually ended up closing at $110. Now, this is a different case. In this case, we have to give up our $100 shares. That is kind of our collateral in this standpoint. We give up 100 shares, but we keep the difference, which if we bought 100 shares at $100 and we sold 100 shares at 110, we get to keep $10 per share. And right there, that would be $100. Now, in the case of this, since we give up the shares, we get to keep the money that we made split between the difference, and we also get to keep the premium, which is really cool. So the premium was $190, and in this case, we get to keep the $10 spread between the shares. Actually, I think that's more. So 10 times 100 would be 1,000. I'm sorry, guys. I saw that and I was like, that's definitely wrong. So this is wrong. I'm sorry. So we would keep the $1,000 because $10 a share is what the difference between this was when we expired. $10 per share times 100. So that'd be $1,000. So we actually profit $1,000 between the spread of the two of them, and we get to keep $190. So you're kind of like, what's the downside here, right? Like, yeah, we had to give up our shares, but we still made $1,000. And on top of that, we kept $190. Right? You're not like out a ton of money in this situation. You actually are set up really well. So it's like, wait, if I make money in the short term when it goes down, and I make money when it goes up, what's the downside, right? The downside is if you didn't want to sell those shares. So let's say you wanted to own Boeing stock for the next 10 years, and now you have to sell. Because there's a difference, right? When you buy an option, you have the option to purchase it. But when you sell an option, you are obligated, when you sell a call, to give your shares away. The same way where if you sold a put, you are obligated to purchase those shares. This is what I do. I don't do a ton of selling covered calls because right now I don't have a lot of money long. I do a lot of selling puts. So if you're interested in that, definitely go check that video out. But in this case, that's your downside. You would be forced to sell those shares. So then you'd be forced to either purchase back in or just not have the shares. That's the downside, guys. This is one of the best strategies that you can possibly have because worst comes to worst, you just get rid of your shares, you make a quick profit. You know, it sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Now, some things to consider here. Never sell a naked call. Now, if you've ever heard of naked options, a lot of people believe naked options is just buying, a call without a spread or buying a put without a spread. A naked option is, let's say that we have, let's say we're actually going to sell put on SPCE. If I don't have the 100 shares already, I can still sell. But I don't already own the shares. So let's say the expiration time comes, I lost the bet because it closed above, let's say, with SPCE, it closes above my strike. I have to give somebody 100 shares of SPCE. I'm obligated to do that. And if I don't already own it, I'm kind of screwed. They're going to come after me and they're either going to just take the money directly out of my broker account, or they'll actually, file a credit complaint or actually go against, maybe put a lien on a property you own. They'll find a way to recoup that money. I'm telling you guys. So you don't ever want to do that. Never sell a naked call. Make sure that if you're going to sell a call that you already own the shares outright. The second thing is this is not best with stocks you don't want to hold for a long time. So let's say that you end up saying you want to swing trade Boeing. And you're like, you know what? Like, I plan on holding Boeing for like a week. Maybe I'll just sell a covered call on it. You can do that, but in my opinion, it's not the best. For me, I would only sell a covered call on a company that I plan on holding for a very long time. It's really just kind of like a little bump in your equity. Like, you're holding this for a very long time and you can make an extra $20, $30, $40 a week doing this per 100 shares. And you'll see the numbers are not that spectacular. Your chances of making money doing this are very, very, very high, but it's not like you're going to make revolutionary money. You'll see that in a little bit once we actually look at the options chain. Now, the third is if you don't really want to sell the shares, go ahead and pick a higher strike. So you'll see once we start looking here, but something you'll notice is that the higher the probability of you making money, the less money you're going to make. So let's say that, let's see if I can actually pull up Robinhood. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so in this instance, this is SPCE. This is for options that are expiring October 9th, which is next Friday. If I'm selling, which you have to see up here, and we'll go over this in a second, selling a call, you'll see I have a 65% chance of making money. So if you see, this is your premium. Your premium is $1.18 times 100, correct? So that means I'd make $118. I have a 65% chance of making money, and if it hits, I make $118 per 100 shares I own. Now let's say I wanted to go with something safer. 65%, I don't do that. I need at least 80% or higher. So let's go up to 82%. If we sold a $23 call, we have an 82% chance of making money. But you'll see, we're actually going to make like literally a third of what we were going to make before. So now we have an extra 20% chance of making money, but we're only going to make $41 per 100 contracts. So you're going to make more money getting these more risky plays as opposed to someone like me who wants to go with the safer plays. I'm going to make less money. And in my opinion, guys, go with making less money, but more consistently and having a better chance of not giving away your shares if you don't want to. 4, the higher, the safer, but the less profitable. We just talked about that. So if you have a higher strike price or a more out of the money strike price, it's a lot safer. However, you're not going to make as much money. The 5th thing is capital gains tax. So for those of you who do not know what long-term versus short-term capital gains tax, essentially the IRS wants you to hold your stocks longer. So if you hold a company for 365 days or more, you will pay much less in taxes. Usually it's about 11 to 15%, as opposed to if you were to sell under 365 days, like myself as a swing trader or a day trader, I'm going to pay usually 30 to 40% in short-term capital gains tax. So let's say that I bought Boeing last year. I'm coming up on 355 days I've owned the company, and I sell a call, and what do you know, it hits. Now I'm forced to sell these shares to somebody. Well, I'm going to get hit with short-term capital gains tax. Even though I'm only 10 days away from not having to pay that, I have to pay double in taxes. So that's something to think about. So let's look at some examples. And I'm going to start with Robinhood because it's one of the easiest ways to actually look at an options chain, in my opinion. Let me zoom in just a little bit more for you guys here. So this is SPCE. If you open it up on Robinhood Web, this is what you're going to see. Let's go back so I can just show you guys how to get here. At least SPCE, you go over here, you hit trade SPC options. Here we are. So you want to go from buy to sell, right? Buy to sell. And then you want to make sure it's on call. Now, at this point, SPCE is trading for $20.40 a share. Now, let's say I wanted to go with a weekly, which means this expires next Friday. When I sell covered calls, I like to sell weeklies because the chances of someone else making money on a weekly are very low, and the chances of me making money on a weekly are pretty freaking high. So in this case, I want to look for something that's 80% or higher. You can definitely do something more risky, guys, but to me, it's really not worth it. Let's say that I want to sell a call on SPCE. Let's say I own 1,000 shares of SPCE, which would only cost me $20,000. It seems, yes, like that's a lot of money, and to a lot of people it really is. You could do it with just 100 shares, which would only cost you $2,000. But let's say I had 1,000 shares. I have $20,000 worth of SPCE, which means that I can actually sell a $23 call. So I'd go over here, I would hit the plus, and I'd hit continue, and I would go up and I would sell 10 contracts because one contract represents 100 shares. I have 1,000 shares, so I'm going to get 10 contracts. That's what I'm going to sell. You can see right here, they will take my 1,000 shares as collateral and upfront give me $410. Now, as long as SPCE closes below our strike, which is $23, so as long as SPCE closes below $23, I will make $410. And now you'll see, in order for it to go up to $23, it would have to go up 10% in a single week, which we've seen happen before, right? But the chances of that happening are not really that high. So in this case, if it closed below 23, I'd make my $410. If it didn't close below 23, I would have to hand over 1,000 shares. I would keep the $410, and I would also just, hand it over as a debit, but I would also keep, what would that be? $1,300 in appreciation between the two prices, between what the price is right now, $20.77 and $23. So you can see it's really not bad at all. I mean, the biggest problem with this on the grand scale is it does require a little bit more capital. You can't go doing this if you have $500, $600, $700, $800. But you can see even if you only had $2,000, you can easily make $40, $50 a week doing this. Now, the same thing, I want to show you how to do this on Thinkorswim. This is the Thinkorswim platform. I highly, highly, highly advise that you guys learn how to use this. Hit the trade tab up here in the top left. Make sure you have your, these are your dates. We're going to go to October 9th. Right here, make sure where it says strike, you have it set to all. So click the down box, go to all. Now we're going to go to calls and we're going to go to $23. Now to sell this, you are going to right click. You're going to go to sell, single, and you're going to hit confirm and send. Boom. So right here, you'll see that's how much I'll get paid up front. And it says max loss infinite. Don't get scared by that. That's just the terminology that they use. Essentially, you just have to hand the shares over. If the share goes to 0, then you lose it all. That's not going to happen, guys. So overall, this is a really, really powerful tool for you to make consistent profits month after month. What I do is actually the opposite. I sell puts. So if you want to learn how to do that and pretty easily make an extra couple $100 minimum a month, check out the video down in the bio, or you can just type in selling puts Pete DeCarlo on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to learn my exact strategy on how I make $2,000 to $3,000 a month selling options, and also, you know, just in general, I trade, I do run an academy. I'll put the link down below. You can join for $10 starting today. That is it. There's no contracts and nothing. We have 55 hours of different courses and lectures, over 300 people in our Discord. I go live with them every single day from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I go over exactly what I'm trading, when I'm trading it. So if you do want to hop in the trades with me, you can easily do that. It's a great place to be a part of. I'll put the link down below and use the code 90OFF to get 90% off your first month. So thank you guys. Hit the like button, comment down below if you're having any troubles, and I'll definitely be here to help you guys. Thank you. Have a good day.